Okay, so what we're gonna find out here, guys, is unit rate. So unit rate, we're going way back, rates, ratios, percents, all those types of things. So unit rate is always something per unit. So the rate at which 1 unit of something happens. I know that kind of seems confusing, but what we're gonna do here, for example, the rate is all gonna be time. These are all the rate, and the units are all distance, but it could be dollars and apples. It could be anything like that, but this is all distance and time. So unit, meters, kilometers, apples, and then rate at how fast you do something, seconds, hours, minutes. So to find this, you just take the unit and you divide it by the rate. So these are all in order. They're not always going to be in order. You might say, I run in 1.9 seconds, I ran 100 meters. I wish I could. This is about how fast Usain Bolt goes. So it might not be in the same order. So just look for the distance or the thing, and usually time or money. So this one, it is just going to be 100 divided by 9.1. Divide that up, that means the answer is going to be 10.9, but you don't just leave it at 10.9. I don't want to just see it at 10.9. If it's just 10.9, half marks. You're going to have to show meters per second. So that means every 1 second, this person, this man, runs 10.9 meters, which is insanely fast. So in 10.9 meters, it only takes him 1 second to do that. We just, like math, usually you don't need to write the 1 there. You could, but you don't need to. So that's really messy, S. So it's the same for these three. You're just taking the unit and dividing it by the rate. And make sure you have, km/h. Apples, you could write the whole word out, or a/m, or min. It's really up to you guys. Okay, this next section, ratios. So this is a question we've looked at before. We have a bunch of data, so we have how many boys and girls are in Mr. Fraser's class, Ms. Sousa's, and then Mayotte's class. So are any of these classes equivalent in girls to boys? That means if you take these, let's say we turn these into a fraction, we put them into lowest terms, will they line up at all? So we have 14 over 21 for Mr. Fraser's class, 8 over 12 for Ms. Sousa's, and 7 over 14. So if we put these, so there's boys to girls, boys to girls, boys to girls. If you put these over into lowest terms, would they be equivalent? We just need to look at it. What's a number that goes into 14 and 21? Not 2, not 3, not 5, not 6, 7. So just divide both by 7. 14 divided by 7 equals 2. 21 divided by 7 equals 3. So that is the lowest terms right there. So for all the rest, you just need to put these into lowest terms. If their lowest term matches up, they are equivalent. They are equivalent. If you can't, they're not, but I'm not going to do the rest for these. So you have to figure out these next two. Okay. Now this kind of combines back to, I guess, actually our next worksheet. Our last one, but it asks here, what percent of the students are girls? So I want to know out of all these three classes, what percent are girls? So what you need to do is first add up all the girls. So when you add up all the girls, you have 47 girls. And you want to find out, whoops, I put that in the wrong area. You have 47 girls. And the question asks you, what percent of the students are girls? So the next thing we have to do is find out the total. So girls and boys, how many girls and boys there are. It's always out of the total. So it's not going to be compared against how many boys there are. That wouldn't really be what we want. If we add them all up, we get 76 total. 76 total. So what you do next is you take the amount of girls and you divide it by the total. We're going to get some nice decimal. So it's going to be 0.0 618. That doesn't look like a percent. Percent's always out of 100. So you multiply that by 100. And we get 61.8%. So that means 61.8% of the kids in these three classes are girls. Whoops. Kept it on screen. All right, next one. So number 5 and the ones after that are almost the same as 1, 2, and 3. But the difference is we don't want to find the unit rate. We want to find out specifically how much they eat in 2 days. So you find out the unit rate. So how many tacos is Sean eating every day? So just like before, we need to find out how many he's eating every single day. Every single day. How many tacos is Sean eating? So let's find out the unit rate. So we take the unit, which is tacos, and we divide it by the rate, which is days. So 45 divided by 10. And we get 4.5 tacos, which is T, per day. Per day. So that means every day Sean is eating 4.5 tacos. But we want to know how many he's eating every 2 days at this exact rate. So we just need to multiply the unit rate by whatever amount, whatever they ask for every 2 days. So times 2, and we get 9 tacos per 2 days. So we need to make sure we have that because it tells us that it's every 2 days, not just every 1 day. Just like before, we didn't have to put the 1. Well, when it's above 1, you do. So 9 tacos per, that kind of means per 2 days. 9 tacos per 2 days. So 6 and 7 are the same. Find out the unit rate, then multiply it by what we want right there. All right, number 8. We're trying to find out kind of the missing number right here. What is the missing number? So what we do is, well, how many times, this is kind of our hint right there, how many times does 4 have to be multiplied to become 12? 3, yeah, 3 times. Awesome. So times, divide. If we wanted to go up to 12, we'd have to times it by 3. If we want to go down from 12 to 4, we divide it by 3. So are we going up or down right here? We're going down, because this is the mystery number. So that means we're going to have to divide 15 by 3. And we get 15 divided by 3 equals 5. And that's your answer right there, 5. You just need to look, okay, what is the missing number in between here? Are we going up or down? If we're going up, we multiply. If we're going down, we divide. So it'll be the same for 8 and 10. Okay, truly, here we go. So find the number of. So we're taking a percent and trying to find out, well, what is 5% of 500? If, let's say, a teacher gave you a test and they said, you got 5%. You go, ooh, well, how many questions did I get right? There's 500 questions. It was an epic test. You kind of absolutely bombed it. But you still want to know how many questions you got right. You're just curious. You're a curious guy or girl. So what we do with this when we're trying to find the percent of a number, we take the percent, not the whole number, and we divide it by 100. Or we move the decimal 2 spots over. It's exactly the same thing. And we get 0.05. We take that, and then we multiply it by the whole number. So times 500, and we get 25. So if you only answered 5% of the questions right in a test that was 500 questions long, you would have only gotten 25 questions correct. Oof! Yikes! Hopefully you guys do better on our final. All right. Talk to you all later. Same process for the last 3. If you have any questions, please do ask. Bye.